Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of KigerCraft. I'm Tagorso, here with Kieran, and today we are at the quarry business. Yeah, we got... Bear's gonna go get wood. Basically we are gonna be hanging out here today because we need stuff. Stuff is like a thing you need in Minecraft. Blocks and things are kind of essential to the game. But this is also a good time to sort of just talk and chill and hang out with you guys. So couple news items. Me and Kieran are going to be gone for a couple weeks. We are going on vacation. We are going on an expedition to some pretty cool places. I'm basically going to be going on a photography trip, sort of, but also like relaxation from work and stuff, because I've been working for almost a year now, and other than the my legally mandated days off, I actually haven't taken any days off, let alone it's been years and years and years since I've taken a vacation. So that's kind of what is going on. I'm going out to relax. I'm going to some pretty cool places. I'm going to some forests and beaches and all kinds of really cool stuff. So it's going to be the first time I'm actually going to be taking my my camera out and doing some real serious photography with it. Like, I've been doing pictures of like cats to sort of like practice and stuff like that, but it's not really anything super serious right now. So I'm really looking forward to it, and it's gonna be super fun. So what does this mean for you guys? Don't worry, there's nothing to worry about. We are actually pre-recording all of our episodes, so you guys will be getting your full regular amounts of both KigerCraft and Affinity. Today is the second day that we're recording. We actually recorded all of our episodes for Affinity in one day, and it was actually kind of fun. You guys should... I think by the time this goes up, you guys would have seen the first episode so far, and I am super excited about the build that we've got going on Affinity, because as you guys will see, or have seen, it's really super cool, and it's something I'm really excited about. So definitely make sure you check that out and watch it, because it was a really fun time doing it. So we're also going to be doing KigerCraft as well, and that's actually what we're doing right now. But there's something I wanted to talk about right now, because with me, I've had some experiences in the past where there's certain things that I really want to do, and I've never done them for a wide variety of reasons. For instance, I really want to be able to draw. When I was younger, I actually really enjoyed drawing very much. I actually was drawing lots of cars and things like that, but cars and robots. Funny. Anyways, so one of the things is that I really enjoyed it, but I never got any encouragement. Actually, one of the biggest things that I remember is I did this really good drawing. I'm sure it probably wasn't very good, because I was young. But, for me, it was a big deal. I really liked how it looked, and I was really proud of it. Unfortunately, I couldn't get anyone to give two shits about it, which was incredibly discouraging. So I actually sort of gave up. And to just sort of give a little bit of perspective, like, I liked drawing so much is that I would actually ask for drawing things like books and how to draw X and Y and drawing materials for my birthday. And then I would do these things and it seemed like nobody cared. I just, really wanted somebody to tell me, oh, good job, and things like that. So it was really discouraging for me, and I've sort of had a problem with picking up new things because I always feel like it sort of echoes back to that one experience that I had, and it sort of prevents me from picking up new things. I sort of have an issue where I don't pick something up if I'm not instantly good at it. And I don't know why. I can't really tell you why I'm like that, but that's just a fact. It's just how I am. The few things... yeah, Gieran's very critical of me about this. So actually, if I think back to everything that I've done, I only really ever did things regularly if I was really good at them. Like in band, I played saxophone. And the reason why I played the saxophone is because I was a natural at it. I just really just took to the instrument super well, and I played it for years. I played every single one of them until, drama in high school. And then I stopped playing, which I regret a little bit, but, whatever. That's neither here nor there. But one of the things that I've always wanted to do, but I was never any good at, was programming. Programming was something that I wanted to learn, and when I showed interest in it, I was given a book that was like, how to program in 24 hours, and was told, here, go have fun. And which, at the time I was like 12, I didn't understand it at all. And of course it was like in 1988. So, computers weren't as widely, available as they are now. So it was sort of like yeah, whatever, shut up, go away. Oh, well, whatever. I was like maybe like 13, 14. Anyways. No, I was younger than that. No, it had to be 96. Yeah, no, it was 96. Because I even remember the machine. It was an IBM ThinkPad. It was a Pentium, like 300 megahertz or something like that. Anyways. So programming has always been something I wanted to do, but I never really picked up. For the reasons I stated earlier, is that I was never any good at it right away, because I obviously understand that things take time and take practice, but for whatever reason, I can't bring myself to actually do the time to get good at it. Yes, I know. Bears are trying to get me to break this because it's a really bad character trait that I have, but I just can't help it. But I'm trying to change those things. So I actually wanted to share sort of an experience that I had recently when I tried to overcome this fear of not being good enough, I guess. Because I'm sure that I'm not the only one who has this problem, and I feel like if maybe I talk about it, maybe I'll help somebody else out, which would be good, and I can sort of get things off my chest as well. So there is this thing that I sort of share in common with you all, and it's like we like video games. So I've always wanted to sort of do like games and programming, and not just for games specifically, but for games including programming, doing computer programming for games and other stuff as well, not just specifically for games. And there's this wonderful platform out there called Otter 2D, which is basically, it's like a framework that you can use to create certain things, and it comes with like the code base and all this stuff, and it's actually super cool because one of the things with programming is that you have to set up all this like super boring crap beforehand, and it's all really, really hard. So basically the idea is that you take away all of the need to do the super tedious stuff and it allows you to just sort of focus on writing your code for your game. And it was a little bit of a silly thing, but basically, yes, that's his name. The guy who created it is Kyle Pulver. I think it's K Pulv. That was close. On Twitter, if you're not following him, definitely should. He makes some pretty cool games. He's actually the creator of the game Offspring Fling, if you guys ever played that, which was sort of like an indie darling like a year or so ago. Anyways, it's his sort of setup, and it sort of fed my need to do something right away, because I've seen how hard it is to get going. In programming, one of the hardest things to do is to get just a window to show up on the screen. Like when you open a game and there's the title bar at the top with the minimize, maximize, and close buttons, just getting that screen with nothing in it is actually incredibly difficult to do. And this makes that really easy. And it made me feel good when, it's a pain in the ass. It made me feel good when I was able to, write out a few lines of code and then put that thing, I hit F5. I should have dumped all my stuff. I hit F5 and the screen popped up and there was nothing in it, and it worked. And obviously Giger was helping me, which was a huge help. But it felt good to hit that F5 button and have something happen. It sort of felt a little bit like magic. But it was a great feeling to be able to create something like that, even if it was nothing. And Giger actually helped me get through the rest of the game, and I actually made basically it's a cookie clicker clone. It was just a black screen with a blue dot in the center that would register whether or not you clicked it or not. And there was no points. It just had a console behind it, which is basically like a DOS window, where it would just said, you clicked once, you clicked twice, you clicked 3 times, and it was seriously one of the most fulfilling things that I've done in a really long time. And it was a really long and involved process. Just that simple little thing took us probably 2 hours to get up and running. I probably, Giger probably got it done in 5 minutes. Because he was explaining everything to me along the way, what this does, what that does, and you need this here, you need that there, stop doing that, because I was doing a lot of bad things that you shouldn't do. I was picking up a lot of bad habits, apparently. But yeah, so it did take quite a while, but I learned a lot in the process, and I basically made a game. No matter how simple it is, it technically is a game. And by mobile standards, hell, I could have put that on the App Store and made money off of it. But that's neither here nor there. So it felt really good to create something. And I'm still sort of struggling with, the ideas that I have in my head of, being good and, getting things done. But it felt good to do it. I'm still trying to overcome the feeling of like, oh, if I do this, I'm going to fail. But I almost feel like, you know, if I could just get off my butt and do it, that, you know, it's okay to fail, which is not something that I'm used to telling myself. But when in reality, I actually do it all the time, because if I don't do it, then I automatically failed. I didn't create something and it failed. I created nothing and failed, which is almost worse. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't know how many of you guys have that problem where you can't pick up new things and, you know, you're afraid to try something, but obviously I'm not there yet, but trying is important, and I'm certainly going to try. And one of the things that I find helps me is to sort of pare down my expectations, because obviously I'm not going to create, you know, the next, you know, like Battlefield 5 or something like, you know, like that in, you know, I just got splatted by a bear. It just fell right on top of me. Let's collect this stuff. Oh, that's right. He spawned right up there. Let's get Bears all his stuff. Let's give him some 32 beefs and ladders. Here's some torches. There you go. Bear is equipped. You know, so I kind of have to sort of get through. I have to kind of sort of get through the beginner stage, which is always hard for me because I'm not used to being there, and I sort of feel like I can just skip the beginner stage because, like, oh yeah, no, I got this. So, it's sort of important to, you know, get through the stage where, you know, you're fumbling and you're making, you know, the equivalent of finger paintings and things that suck, because if I would have told myself a few weeks ago that I could make a game and it would be just a blue dot on a black background and that would be the game, I'd be like, that's stupid, why would I do that? But once I actually made it, the feeling I got, even from this simple thing, was like, I did it. I removed all the expectations that I set for myself, and I just did something, and I tried to have fun with it, and I tried to take it as a lesson and practice, and it made me feel good. So I'm hoping that some of you guys can take a little something from this. I don't want you to feel like I'm sort of like being preachy. I'm actually more saying this for myself than I am for anybody else. This is sort of like me talking to myself and letting you guys listen in. I'm trying very hard to... Yeah, I'm trying very hard to actually stop, you know, sitting around whining, being like, oh, I wish I could do these things, and doing them. And, you know, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about somebody who actually kind of inspired me a little bit. And Giren is one, but there's also somebody else. And that's Sid. Sydney T. Just her and her art and the way that she just does things, I find to be really inspirational. Giren the bear, that guy over there, rocks and is incredibly motivational. But I kind of admire Sid for the things that she does. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, because I've always thought that and I've never said it. So yeah, that's something that I wish that I could do and I'm going to work on. So instead of just sitting around wishing for it, I'm actually going to get it done. So there. Stick my tongue out at you, crappy feelings. So anyways, so yeah, that's going to be about it for this episode, I think. I rambled a little too much, but I think I kind of needed to say it. And yeah, I think it's important because one of the things that I found about feelings like this is that I'm not the only one who feels this stuff, because I've heard other people talk about this and having these feelings and not really gone in depth in them, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like that too. So I'm sort of talking out loud so that maybe somebody else who has the problems that I do will maybe take a little something from that. But yeah, so I'm hoping that somebody else gets something from this, because I know I certainly did. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or you want to ask anything, please leave them in the comments. I will get back to them when we get back. You can also tweet us. We will be checking the Twitter probably, because I'm gonna have my phone on me and my Twitter's linked to my phone. So yeah, definitely, we're not gonna be like super active on the internet. We're gonna be mostly dark during our trip. So but we will try and get to everything as we can. But yeah, also if you like this video, like it, please. It does help us out quite a bit. And if you guys have any experiences that you wish to share, you don't have to, but if you want to share some experiences, maybe they're inspirational, maybe they're places where you could use some motivation, post them, share them with us, and let's support each other as we go forward. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time. Take care.